Here's a sneak peek of what's on the next video. Welcome back. This is the second part of 280. Right now I'm using gold by Arteza just to spread over the right part or the left part, depending on how you look at it, the left part of the canvas. So I'm just going, I had already started this, so I'm going to go ahead and just spread it around with a brush and that little spatula. So just spreading it around. And now I'm going to use Artist Loft. Yeah, Artist Loft turquoise. And I'll just use it straight from the tube and just pour it on the canvas in different parts of the painting. And then I'll use the same spatula to just spread it around. And this is mostly on the right part of the canvas. And just try very hard. Well, try not to completely cover your collage, because you want to be able to see your collage, some of your collage popping out from the base layer or from the first layer. So now I'm putting down a little bit, not too much of that gold. Again, that's Arteza gold. And I'll use the spatula to spread it around, you know, paying attention to the collage underneath. Just make sure you don't cover all of it, and especially the focal point. You do not want to cover that. And then I'm just now using a little bit of water, just a splatter water, so I can loosen the paint. And then I'm putting a little bit water on the spatula just to make sure that the collage is, you know, the paint on top of the collage is a little bit wet, so it'll be easier for me to kind of move it around. And again, you know, making sure that I don't press too hard to rip the collage underneath, because once this paint is wet, it also makes the paper, because my collage is newspapers and napkins and all sorts of papers. So I'm just making sure that I don't rip it. I don't press too hard or scrape too hard to rip it. So yeah, I'm just continuing with just spreading and moving things around. Now I just took a little wet towel, like those wet wipes, and just going in different places, different parts of the canvas, and wiping off the paint. That way I can expose the collage underneath. And this is a process. It's gonna take not too long, but you know, it all depends on how you want to see your collage. If you don't want to see too much of it, you don't have to expose it. But if you do, you definitely have to wet a cloth or wet wipe and wipe it off. Make sure that you wipe off part of the collage to expose it. Right now I'm continuing with wiping off the paint of some of the parts that I want exposed, and especially I had covered the focal point. Don't leave it completely not covered, but you know, you can just very slightly cover. And now just again using water, a sponge brush with water, just to make sure that most of the some of the parts are covered, because the paint had started getting dry. So I wanted to make it much easier to work with, just to be able to wipe it off. So I used a wet sponge brush to do that. And then I used a wet cloth, a cloth, dry cloth, so I can just go ahead and wipe off those areas, wipe the paint off those areas. Yeah, just like I'm doing there. And the good thing about working with acrylics, you can once you put it down and you don't like it, you can always wipe it off and start over. So that is what I'm doing, and I'm gonna continue doing this for a little while, for a little bit. Now I'm just drying, using the hair dryer to just dry that paint, and because I had to put some wet sponge on there, so I just want it to dry. I don't want it to start running down my canvas. And again, just going over the different spots of the canvas, getting off the paint, just to expose my collage as much as possible, in whatever areas I think they should be exposed. And actually the reason why the collage is not coming off is because I had put some of the white glue on it, so it made it really nice and covered. Now I'm using titanium white to just put highlights on my collage, on my paintings. So yeah, it's and I'm probably gonna, I'm just putting it all over, and then I'll go in and choose the areas that I really want to pop, and then I'll just put more of the white. This is just to kind of make it like misty, like cloudy. So, because this is obviously a galaxy or moon space collage, so you want it to look milky, you don't want it too bright. Yeah, and that's what I'm doing right now. It's exposing more of the collage. And that's not the collage coming out. That's the paint that I had put down previously. That that it's, you know, that I'm scraping out, not the papers themselves. Again, I'm paying attention to how much I press down the spatula, because I don't want to rip my collage. Again, now I am really putting highlights, white highlights on top of all the layers, just to make it look, you know, to give it depth, you know, to give it depth, because once you have highlight, it really looks like you've got galaxies and layers of, which you do have lots of layers. The white sends everything back, that is, the cool colors go back and the warm colors come forward. So yeah, this is looking pretty good, and I am almost done here, so I'm gonna continue doing that, and then I'll show you the final result as soon as I'm done. Now I'm using the gold again, just to have some contrast with the white and all the other colors that are underneath, and also for the purpose of composition. So I want everything to really look uniform, and the composition good. So yeah, that's why I'm using that yellow gold, and I'll continue doing that again, and show you the final result. As you know, guys, I like to try all kinds of I know it's probably not good if you want to have your voice, but I like to try everything. I really like to try everything as far as art, and you know, it's nice to try and just say that you tried, and then finally, once you've tried most of the techniques, then you can come up with your own voice, and you know, your voice will probably include most of the techniques that you have tried and you love. So like for collage, I can do collage with you know, abstract collage. This is abstract collage. I can add abstract realism in my collage. I can add, you know, a pour. I can, you know, use a painting that is already done, like a acrylic pour, and add collage on it. You know, so many different things. You can use probably 5 or 10 techniques in one painting, and you know, call it your own. I mean, nobody says you have to have just one. You have to only have one technique, one style, and that's it. The more techniques and styles you can pull out, the better for you, because you know, you have a better market. Now I've started using this white, this crimson red, just to put it on there, and yeah, my painting is done, guys. It is finished. What do you think? It is beautiful. It looks like awesome. And that right there, it's a bullseye right there. That is the intended focal point. And on the other side, you can see that rocket flying. We have other rockets down here. See, that's a rocket on the left. And yeah, and this is the moon, I think. And it's got other stuff going on. It's basically galaxy. And as you go down, you can see some writings here. They might have covered them, but there are some words on there going on. I don't know what they say. They're not really meant to mean anything. It's a collage. Yeah. So I really hope that you enjoyed this painting. And again, like I said, is the second part of number 280. Please comment, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. God bless. Bye.